Well, the question has come up, and I think it's a question that is important to think about. We moved the offices to Shetler Building about 12 or 13 years ago, and Shetler Building has served the church extremely well during that time frame.
You know, the Shetler Building was a great addition to the campus of First Presbyterian back in the mid-90s. And I think we've used it well in that way. The staff has had more space, and which has been a good thing for us.
But we now have a chance where we can pull the staff together, and the big purpose of the Shetler Building was you pulling staff together in a central location. Back in the Smith Building, which is more in the heart or the center of the spiritual center of the church, access is a little easier in terms of getting in for people who are challenged, to getting in the doorway. We're going to improve access throughout our buildings by having it there. And our ministerial staff feels very strongly that their connectivity with church membership, by being right in the heart of the spiritual activities of the church, will be enhanced in a way that will assist with the ministries of the church, which is something we all want to be in a position to help.
To come into the Shetler Building, you have to have a reason to come in here and interact with the staff. You have to have a meeting or whatever. Most people in this congregation have never been in my office. They may not even know where my office is, or anybody else's office for that matter. And the sort of everyday sort of energy that happens between staff and congregation does not happen in the way that it could. That provides the kind of informal kinds of interaction that I think is important for a church or any organizational climate. And so, you know, the part of the original design of the church was to have the staff near the sanctuary, and on an everyday basis people would interact with the staff. The Smith Building was built for offices, for church offices and classrooms. And you know, it seems like sort of a natural fit for us to go back to that place, to get in the middle of the church, so that on a weekday basis, but on Sundays in particular, that there is more interaction between the congregation and the staff. I like that idea.
Because you're literally gutting these buildings in order to do the internal HVAC, the internal electrical, the plumbing, you're literally gutting the buildings. Construction work is going to be done, and then they're going to be restored. And when that's finished, you have the ability to shape what those rooms will look like and how they're used, with not really adding any additional expense in order to do it, because we're going to be incurring this expense anyway in order to do the important structural work that we need to do.
Would we do that normally if there weren't some good reason for it besides just that? And I would say probably not. But because we have really engaged Greensboro in an outreach capacity, one of our plans is to use the Shetler Building in outreach ministries, and we have some ideas for how that will happen, some very good ideas. And to think about having the Shetler Building as sort of our outreach ministry center, where our members can participate and where other organizations that we will support will be a part of, it would be a great use of the Shetler Building. So I think we accomplished two things with that. The staff would probably lose space in terms of the size of the offices or whatever, but what we will gain is being able to interact with congregational members more frequently, and I think that's a good thing for us.